Do you remember the movie Waiting to Exhale?
Yes.
Yes, you said that. Whoa, yes. So, what would be your initial reaction if you saw on the side of buses? You know how they promote movies now on the side of buses, the billboards, and on the marquee. If you walk by and you saw a title, "Men Exhaling," finally hear what men honestly have to share about relationships without women censoring them. What would be your initial response?
I like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
Would that be something that would pull you into the theater inquisitively to find out what? I like to hear this.
Absolutely.
Would you take your girlfriend?
Sure.
Okay.
Make a party of it.
Wow. So that title would not intimidate you. You and I'd be like, oh, what is this? Just like a male film, or
no.
You would go in and so could you just right off the top of your head, like what would be the initial contemplations that would run through your mind about seeing that title? Like what would you feel your girlfriends would say?
Finally we get to figure out how men really think.
Have you seen any movie that has directly related to that issue? I mean, like Waiting Exhale was like pretty much straight up front. Well, they're straight up front based on some relationships. Mm-hmm. But have you seen any movie that has come close to that representing the male side?
Hopefully it's not The Hangover.
Okay.
Hangover 2.
Hangover 2. Oh, no, that's no, Hangover 2 is not even close. That's maybe a little bit of the topic is there, but we're talking about a film where you're hearing guys in locker rooms. These men are in relationships, love their wives, love the women they're in relationship with, but they feel like, gosh, I really just can't come out and say. They feel they can't really bare their hearts because they feel the women can't handle it. And some of the men I interviewed, I was like, hey, give them a chance, bring it to them. Maybe it might be something that they don't initially like to hear, but if it's going to bring about a healing process, hey, the outcome is worth it.
Perhaps even, couples could go to the movie and it would be the beginning of a conversation.
Okay.
It's like, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Men of a Certain Age.
I may have heard of it.
It's a television show. They just canceled their girlfriend.
Wow. Okay, so we'll pick up those conversations in this movie. So I'm glad to hear that you really enjoyed that, and that kind of helped give you somewhat of a better insight on how we tick with you all, other than this little mask sometimes that we show because we feel that's what you all expect.
Yes.
Is that how a lot of ladies feel sometimes?
Sometimes men are just really mysterious.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Say your name one more time. And thank you very much for and just give the title.
Okay.
Hold on. I believe you were better in the light over here.
What did I say?
Yeah, you were saying something. Say everything you said without saying that it was canceled.
Okay.
How movies are marketed now, you see them on the side of buses, you see them on billboards. If you saw a billboard or you saw a marquee that said "Men Exhaling," finally see what men honestly have to say about relationships without women censoring them, what would be your initial response if you saw that movie? Would you feel like, man, I gotta go see this? Or would you feel like...
Yeah, curious. See the other side of the story. And you have men voices articulately. That would be cool.
Oh, okay, so you feel like you'd go check it out and see what it's about?
Yeah, I'm good curious. I always do research when I go see movies. I just don't see movies.
Oh, okay, you do research a lot on things?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you in the industry? Or just from the research side?
I guess we all are, aren't we?
Yeah.
So much about women. Yes, women have issues. However, what about the men that carry the load, that have to deal with them? And there are shows that are coming out showing how men are dealing with these issues and dealing with the issues of women and being single parents as women are single parents. So we have forgotten that men are also single parents. And it's women that walk away from the men and the kids. And they talk about the man walking away from the family, but it's women that walk away as well. So, in saying that, I want to say this.
Step back in the shade a little bit.
We as women are special in God's eyesight because He fashioned us in His strength, in His purity, and in His love. We are special because we are created as an extension of Him. He recognizes our cries and understands our desires. For man represents God's image, but the woman represents His heart. When God created the heavens and the earths, He spoke them into being. When God created man, He formed him and breathed life into his nostrils. But you, woman, I fashioned after I breathed the breath of life into man because your nostrils were too delicate. I allowed a deep sleep to come over man so that I could patiently and perfectly fashion you. Man was put to sleep so that he could not interfere with creativity. For one bone I fashioned you, and I chose that bone that protects man's life. I chose the rib, which protects his heart, his lungs, and supports him as you are meant to do. Around this one bone I shaped you. I modeled you. I created you perfectly and beautifully. Your characteristics as the rib, strong yet delicate and fragile. You provide protection for the most delicate organ in man, and that's his heart. His heart is the center of his being. His lungs hold the breath of life. The rib cage will allow itself to be broken before it will allow damage to the heart. Support man as the rib cage supports the body. You were not taken from his feet to be under him, nor were you taken from his head to be above him. You were taken from his side to stand beside him and to be held close to his side. You are my perfect angel. You are my beautiful little girl. You've grown to be a splendid woman of excellence. And my eyes fill when I see the virtue in your heart. Your eyes don't change them. Your lips, how lovely they are, heart in prayer. Your nose so perfectly formed. Your hands so gentle to touch. I've caressed your face in your deepest sleep. I've held woman, my emotion. Together, you represent totality of God. Together, totality of God. Not above, not beneath, not on the side, not in between, but together. So man, treat woman well. Love her, respect her, for she is fragile. In hurting her, you hurt me. What you do to her, you do to me. In humility, show him the power of emotion I have given you. In gentleness and quietness, show your strength. In love, show him that you are the rib that protects his inner self. Women, protect his inner self. Not stand above him, not stand below him, but stand beside him. Support him, encourage him, and know that he is to protect you as well as you protect him. You're not all of that.
Go back and say it again. Women what?
Women think they're all of that, but they're not all of that. They're nothing without the man because God made us as partners, and we belong together as one. And without togetherness, there is not one, there's division. Women, love your men. Support your men, encourage your men, and men vice versa for your woman.
Thereby, we express and experience God in physical form.
Totality, together, totality, oneness. Sisters,
Hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sisters, we need to learn to love one another. Not hate on each other, not be envious of one another, but love one another, encourage one another, embrace